Rarity, my love, you've done it again. Princess Cadence is going to positively flip when she sees the dresses you designed for her charity ball.
Oh, Pin, darling, that's so sweet of you to say. But I would have never finished them in time if it wasn't for your amazing idea. It's just great that you're in business together.
You two make a wonderful team. Well, of course. After all, I would have never even become a designer without my darling Rarity.
Really?
Yes. She convinced one of Equestria's top fashion marketers to showcase my designs in the fashion show of the year.
Wow, Rarity, that's amazing.
Yeah, how'd you manage to do that?
When did this happen? Actually, it was a little while before I purchased my shop in Canterlot. I was about to return home after one of my weekly supply errands when I noticed a familiar-looking stallion standing down the street. I knew I had seen him around Canterlot, but I couldn't for the life of me remember his name. Still, he looked as if all his dreams had been crushed.
And, being the caring, wonderful pony she is, Rarity trotted over to see if I was all right.
Pardon me for imposing, but is something the matter, Mr.
My name is Royal Pin, Miss Rarity, and there is something the matter. However, I would rather not speak of it.
You can trust me, darling. Whatever it is cannot be that bad. Maybe I could be of assistance.
Well, if you must know, my tux designs were turned down again.
I didn't know you were a designer, darling.
I am not a professional like you, Miss Rarity, but I've wanted to be a cutting-edge designer ever since I was a colt. You see, my mother used to be one of the most famous models in all Manhattan. I was often brought along whenever she was to appear in a new fashion show, and the designs she modeled were always like a symphony on fabric. In my heart, I knew that someday I was going to create inspirational clothes, just like the designers who always made my mother look so beautiful. However, after being rejected 50 times, now I'm not so certain.
That's simply tragic, darling. Royal darling, may I take a look at your designs?
I suppose so. They're just going to be sitting in my portfolio anyway, so some pony might as well see them.
Darling, these designs are truly spectacular.
You really think so?
Why, of course, darling. I may be a considerate lady, but when it comes to style, I'm not afraid to tell it like it is. I fail to see how your designs could even be rejected once. It's clear to me that you're simply brimming with fresh talent.
Goodness. Thank you, Miss Rarity.
Oh, there's no need to call me Miss. Simply Rarity will do. Now follow me, Royal darling. There's an old friend of mine who I believe will fall head over hooves for your brilliant designs.
I'm sorry, Rarity, but I'm far too busy to look at designs from an unknown designer. The Star Bridal Fashion Show is next week, and I must use any time I have to prepare for the event. We apologize for interrupting you, Mr. Toity.
Royal darling, would you mind stepping out for a moment? I wish to speak with Hoity-Toity alone. Darling, it would only take a moment. Please, reconsider looking at Mr. Pin's designs.
I told you, Rarity. I haven't got a moment to spare. Besides, I'm not currently looking for new designers anyway.
But Hoity, Mr. Pin has dreamed of being a fashion designer his whole life, and his work is truly magnificent. Just take one little peek.
How many times must I tell you that I'm not interested? Now, good day, Miss Rarity. You know where the door is.
I would stake my career on it. You heard me. If you actually see Royal Pin's designs and are not the least bit impressed, I will understandingly withdraw from the fashion world.
That is quite a gamble, Miss Rarity. I would hate to lose you as a designer, but you honestly feel that strongly about this Royal Pin's talents? Very well. Your friend's designs will be displayed in the fashion show next week. Those designs had better astound me, Rarity, because if they don't, Equestria will lose a stupendous fashion designer.
I understand. Thank you, hoity-toity.
So, were you able to persuade Hoity-Toity to look at my designs?
We have a lot of work to do, darling, for your designs are going to be showcased in the Star Bridal Fashion Show in Las Pegasus.
Gracious me! I can feel my heart pounding in my chest. What if they don't like my designs? I've been rejected over 50 times, so what makes me think I can win them over now? Maybe this was a bad idea. Perhaps.
Do you know why I loved your designs? Because I could see you put a piece of yourself in every one, and I know other ponies will see that as well. Now, if fashion is truly your dream, you need to have the courage to chase after it. I believe in you, Royal Pin. Now go make your mother proud.
Thank you, Rarity. Come on, ponies, we don't have all night. My apologies, Mr. Pin. Those were some of the most fabulous tuxes I've seen in years. You truly are as gifted as Rarity said. So, what do you think of the name Royal Trends for your brand? That does have a rather pleasant ring to it. Excellent! I'm glad you agree. I'm so looking forward to seeing more of your work. Royal Pin, you are going to be the next big thing. I must bid you farewell now. Ta-ta!
So, darling, how does it feel to be the newest hit in the fashion world?
It's as if I'm dreaming. Part of me is afraid I'll wake up. My dream would have never come true without you, Rarity. I don't believe I will ever be able to repay you for what you did, but would you grant me the pleasure of taking you to dinner tonight?
Royal.
If you don't mind, I would prefer you to call me Pin.
Very well. I would love to be your date. Pin, darling.